Urbanization is considered as another, let's say, social force, which has been a stimulus for the development of sociology. We see that industrial revolution came into operation, and because of the industrial revolution, we see that there there happened to be a lot of migration from rural areas to urban areas. And the reason for this migration was a push kind of factor from the rural areas and pull factor in the, let us say, places where the industries were established, the factories were established. So people try to move from, let us say, rural areas to urban areas. Lots of migration took place. And the basic reason for this migration were the availability of a variety of jobs in that area. So job opportunities available in the industrial setting was a big pull for people from the rural areas. So when these rural people come to the urban areas, rural people might be having a different kind of, let's say, culture compared with the urban people. And when they move to the new place, then we can expect that there are some kind of adjustment problems. Certain things might come in conflict. The new things might be in the new place, and people may have to understand. It might take time in understanding and having an adjustment that place. So when they move to the urban areas, we see that immediately they try to stay or live in low-income kind of areas. Maybe they cannot afford to have, let's say, good areas, live in a good area. So when they move, we see that there is a lot of crowding in a particular place. So we see that with their income, with the migration, there is an expansion in the size of the cities, and these expansions might further lead to all kinds of urban problems with respect to, let us say, overcrowding, with respect to pollution, with respect to noise, with respect to traffic, with respect to the availability of the utilities, with respect to the living condition, the sanitations. All these things are actually the problems which emerge because of this sudden migration from the rural areas to the urban areas. Maybe these places were not ready to accept them. So the nature of urban life and problems actually attracted the attention of the sociologists, and they tried to study these places, that why these problems are taking place, why these newcomers have adjustment problems to the new situation. They would like to find out that how these problems emerge and what could be the possible solutions to these problems. So these challenges which were created by this urbanization is an outcome of the Industrial Revolution. They attracted the attention of the sociologists to do the in-depth analysis of the realities. And since they were trying to adopt the scientific approach, they would like to study these situations. They might be taking these kind of places as laboratories where they can really find evidence and then connect these evidences and develop their own logic for the explanation of these situations. So using new social realities as laboratories was one, let's say, important impetus for the development of this sociology. And we see that the first major school of American sociology, which is Chicago School, focused on the development of Chicago city. So where these migrants come, then some kind of ecological processes which take place in the existing, let's say, setting of the cities, and how these processes interact. And when people come from rural areas, it is not one place, it could be different places. They might be coming from different, let's say, cultural backgrounds. And if we look into the, let's say, in American society, then people are not only having different cultures, they might be having different races, different religions, and these create some kind of adjustment problems. And it was a big stimulant for the sociologists to understand these realities and come up with the, let's say, solutions to overcome the problems of the situation.